Hello guys, welcome back to another video. The last game we just mastered for Retro Achievements was pretty easy. It was Tasmania for the Super Nintendo, and we did it in one stream. I was in the mood to tackle either another Super Nintendo game or a Nintendo 64 title. So, I picked out 4 titles and held a poll. You guys voted. Gecques 64 is next on the list. Gecques 64 is the second Gecques game to feature our favorite wisecracking gecko. The first game was a 2D side-scrolling platformer. This game, however, is a 3D platformer. The game's official title is Gecques Into the Gecko, as it was originally released for the Sony PlayStation. However, the N64 port is usually just referred to as Gecques 64. As you can see, this version of the game lacks a main menu and just plunges you right into the hub world. This game also seems to take some inspiration from Super Mario 64, as there are TV sets that act as entry points to different worlds, similar to the paintings in Bowser's Castle. The goal in each world is to collect TV remotes, this game's equivalent of stars in Super Mario 64. This particular set only features 32 achievements, while the PS1 set features 62 achievements. So, why am I taking on the N64 set? Simply put, I grew up with this version, and I love the N64. Gecques Into the Gecko was published and developed by Crystal Dynamics for the PS1 in 1995. It was ported to the Nintendo 64 by Real Time Associates. Before we dive into Gecques' colorful world, if you are new here, my name is Cajun Kishi. I'm currently playing through some of my favorite retro games and hunting down all the achievements. If you like to watch achievement hunting videos like this, subscribe to the channel and follow me on my journey. As I start the game, I run around the hub world and familiarize myself with the controls. After that, I make my way to the first level, Out of Toon, and jump in. Out of Toon is a Looney Tunes inspired level. A quick note, there are 3 red remotes to collect in this level, each one requiring us to finish a specific objective. There are also 2 hidden silver remotes. There are collectible items in each level, each corresponding to the theme of the level. There are 3 tiers for these collectible items. In this level, carrots are tier 1, collect 30 for an extra life. Items then change to tier 2, which appear to be an open can of spinach. Collect 40 of these to collect another life. Finally, tier 3 items are TNT detonator switches. Collect 50 of these for one of those hidden remotes. Now, for the first red remote, jump to the teetering rock. This can be found at the very end of the level. Make your way up at the end here to the right of the waterfall. Then, make your way to the hole and fall down. Gecques will now be donning a Bugs Bunny uniform. Make your way past the Elmer Fudd wannabe, up this log, climb up these trees, past the second Elmer Fudd, and then finally down another hole. In this third section, you'll find a checkpoint box right here. Climb up above the waterfall and walk across this log, making sure the wind is not blowing. Walk down the road here, and you'll make your way to the final section. Now just climb up to claim your first remote. The second remote is Hunt the 2 Hunters. This is a pretty easy remote to collect. Just whack the 2 Elmer Fudd looking dudes and the remote will appear. I also collect 50 of the tier 3 items for Achievo. The final red remote requires we whack 5 purple mushrooms. They can all be found in the first area. I'll show you right here. Now, we just need the second hidden remote. I looked around the level and I happened to find it right here. Onto the second level, Smellraiser. A horror themed level, it has a nice, creepy atmosphere. The first red remote requires us to survive the haunted mansion. We essentially just need to get to the end of the level to find it. Go up the stairs and through the first set of doors. Take the platform up. Take another platform across. Climb a wall, go through the next door. Make your way past the zombie. Climb this wall and jump across the chandeliers. Enter the next room. Go down the stairs and swipe the checkpoint. Go past the fire-breathing skull and jump over the gap here to enter the next door. We are now in the room flooded with water caused by overflowing toilets. Nice. Make your way to the top and enter the next door. In this room, make your way up. Go across the room. I killed a ghoul here by knocking his head off and collecting enough items for a hidden remote. Go past the red ghoul here and enter the door straight ahead. You'll find the remote in here. For the second red remote, we need to smash 5 blood coolers. In the second room, ride the platform to get to where the first cooler is. In the next room, there is a cooler next to this bookshelf. The third cooler is in the large room next to the stairs here. I found the fourth cooler in the final room where the first red remote was. It is up top here. I had to backtrack, but I found the final blood cooler by the door here. I then collected the remote. For the final red remote, I have to ride a haunted elevator. In the third room, there is a bookshelf you can push, revealing a switch. Hit the switch to activate the elevator. In the final area here, where there are 2 doors, take the one to your left to ride the elevator. Once you're down here, before you collect the red remote, jump down and you'll find the second hidden remote. Now, I just have to collect the final red remote to complete the level. Next, I decided to take down the boss, the Tiki Bros. There are 3 of them. They shoot 3 fireballs at you. Simply swipe the blue fireball with your tail to attack them. They are easy enough to take down. However, we need to take them down without taking damage for another Chivo. This took me a couple of tries. It is easy to take the first one out. When there are 2 left, a wall of flames come from both angles and you have to time your jump to avoid them. Once you get that down though, it is pretty easy. To find the next level we are going to, you have to climb this wall here. Then simply jump on this platform to find it. The third level is the Titanic level, and if you played this game before and don't remember it, you might have played the PlayStation version. That's right, my friend, this level is exclusive to the N64. Aren't we so lucky? This is a water level, so the physics took some time getting used to. You know water levels, they're usually no fun. I actually shoot for the second red remote first. I need to find the end of the cave. To find the cave, locate this shark in front of the closed gate. Then, take a taxi turtle right through. Now you can make your way into the cave. Inside the cave, I make a right and then I consume a purple bug, granting us a life and giving me a total of 30 lives. I then find my way through the end of the cave and grab the remote. Now I jump back into the level, and this time I need to swim through the 3 arches. This is really easy to do. They are all in the main area you start in. Just swim around the level and you'll find them. The final red remote requires that we reach the top of the Titanic. At the start of the level, we need to swim straight up to the surface. You'll see an iceberg with an entrance. Inside, we have to hit some switches to open the doors. First, hit the on switch. Then, hit the other switches along the way until you reach the end. For the final switch, you have to hit it and then quickly get ready to swim through the narrow opening in the door. For this area here, you just have to go up the stairs and come around to the exit. Finally, the final section. Make sure your platform skills are sharp. Bounce on your tail with the A button until you make it to the top. There, you'll find the third remote. Next up, I need the hidden remotes, so I go around collecting items until I have enough to unlock one. I go through the cave to collect some, and then I finish off in the Titanic section. For the final hidden remote, I watched the guide video posted by Guillaume Brian. You have to enter where the cave entrance is again with the taxi turtle. Then, swim to the surface to find your remote. Next, it is time to tackle a couple of bonus games. The first one is Aztec 2-Step. We simply need to collect 50 gems in the allotted 3-minute time limit. This is actually pretty easy. In the second room, make sure to step on these platforms to open secret doors that hold more gems. The second bonus game is titled Thursday the 12th. I guess because Friday the 13th was already taken. This time, we need to collect 50 skulls in 3 minutes. Honestly, this bonus game reminds me of the Manner of Escape minigame from Mario Party. However, the goal in that game was to pick random doors that help you reach the lower levels of the mansion and ultimately the bottom. Here, the goal is to ascend and collect 50 skulls on your way up. This really will come down to trial and error. The good news, this is not random. Once you know what door leads to where, it would all be about doing it faster. Practice makes perfect. The final level I tackle on day 1 is the horror theme level, Frankensteinfeld. Looking around, I did not know where the first remote was, so I ended up going for head down the ramp. After you go through the first door, go towards the door to Gecques' left. You then want to come down here and then jump the gap in front of you. Enter the door here. In this room, scale the wall past the 2 statues wielding axes. Go through the next door. In this room, come up to where the grandfather clock is and start to jump up. Enter the final door here and you'll find the red remote. After venturing around for a while looking for the next remote, we collect enough items to unlock the secret remote after dying a few times. Now, we need to find the next remote. After we enter the first door, we want to take the next door we did not take last time. In this room, come up the stairs, kill the zombie, jump across this platform, kill another zombie, continue to move up and kill a ghoul, walk across the red carpet, and walk across this white pentagram platform. Make it right and follow the final path here to where the axe grinding statues are. Take your time passing by and you'll find the red remote. For the final red remote, we need to scale the wall. After you enter the first door, head to the door to Gecques' right. Come up the stairs, jump on the platform, move past the zombie, up past the ghoul, walk across the red carpet, then jump up and go to your right. Time your jump as this platform disappears. Kill the jack-o'-lantern, jump over some chandeliers, past this zombie. Take the path down here and jump on another platform that disappears to clear the gap. Finally, start scaling the wall. At the end of the wall maze, take the next door. In this room, we need to clear this gap with a well-timed jump. In this next room, take the path set before you and you'll come across one more door. This final door leads to the final red remote. Now, I just need to find that final secret remote to complete the level. I had to look this up on YouTube. It was pretty hidden. Special shout out to Longardia and his guides on YouTube. At the start of the level, after you enter the first door, go to the door on Gecques' left. Jump to the next platform, and to your left is a secret room with the second secret remote. Well, that does it for a long and productive day 1. We got 10 achievements so far. We have 22 to go. I'm sure the game will get more challenging. On to day 2. Getting ready to start day 2. The first level we want to tackle is www.dotcom.com. This level only has 2 red remotes instead of 3. I do have to say, this level is one of my least favorites in the game, primarily because the platforming can be so tricky. The limitations with the camera are also really on display here. I ended up taking the path to the second red remote first, as I didn't know which route led to which remote. Quick note, you need to charge up and glow green to power platforms to cross, and to jump up on these jump pads to reach higher ground. Here's the first path I took, cross the data bus bridge. Things are a little tricky when you get to the third room. You have to charge up and quickly activate 3 bridges before your beautiful glow goes away. In the next room, you have to jump to this platform and whack it with your tail to get the platform to move. Time it to move to the next area. The final area will take a little practice, but it is fairly easy. This is the second path I took, scale the launch tower. When you make it to the third room and it's time to scale the tower, look out for the secret remote hanging out on the outside. I then finished scaling the tower to get the second red remote. Finally, I need to collect items to get that other remote. I take the path for the first red remote first, then I backtrack and collect more until I have enough. The next level is Mao Tse Tongue. Like the previous level, there are only 2 red remotes with 1 path leading to each remote. First, we want to take on the Deadly Dragon. I was originally going to take this path after I broke the window, but then I pivoted and went to the other area and broke the glass here. This is the path I took. Good thing I did, because it is the path that leads to the dragon. There are ninjas to take down now and gongs you have to hit to open up paths. You'll also be scaling rooftops on your journey. Along this quest to slay the dragon, I take down a few ninjas and collect enough items for a hidden remote. Once you finally make it to the evil dragon, blast cannonballs at it to defeat it. A door then opens and our beloved red remote is inside. The second one requires us to cross the rocking pillars. Now, we take the path to our right that we skipped the first time. This path was actually pretty easy until you get to the last room and you have to cross the rocking pillars. The camera does not like to cooperate, making things that much harder. Practice extreme patience as you time your jumps. For the second hidden remote, I had to use one of Longardia's video guides. Take the path that leads to the red dragon. In the next room, after you whack the gong, climb up the stairs that appear here. But do not continue. You need to come back and do a tail bounce to get on top of the roof right here. This was pretty hard for me to do, and it took me about 6 or 7 minutes to get down. Apparently, you can bounce a little higher if you hold A button as Gecques comes down and release as he bounces. I made sure I didn't fall once I made it. What a relief. Next up is another bonus game. This one is called In Dragnet. I'll be honest, I remember this bonus game being harder as a kid. It really isn't too bad though. It only took me a few tries. We need to collect 50 badges. Afterwards, the golden remote appears in the subway car. Collect it to finish the level. The next bonus game is called The Spy Who Loved Himself, and it is really the first one that presented the challenge for me. You need to collect 35 briefcases in 3 minutes, and I got the majority of the level down pretty well. However, it was at the end of the level, the section where you had to collect the golden remote, that I kept failing on. This took me about 30 minutes worth of tries. When you come to the final room, you need to head to the right and bounce off of the couch. Then, head back here and hit the switch. Gecques will come out dressed like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Jumping to these platforms with the disco strobe lights was tricky. I eventually got it down though, but boy was it a pain. Now it is time to take on the second boss.
It was half deer, half zebra. So I'm like, oh
Not quite. Taking down this half pig, half cow is actually pretty easy. Run around the table as he chases you and then hit the switch on the wall. Taking him down damageless wasn't much harder. I did it on my very next try. In the final phase, the vents on the floor fall through. Just make sure to jump over the electricity and holes and you'll be fine. The Umpire Strikes Out is the name of the next level, and I guess it's kind of a play on words for the Star Wars Episode 5 movie. This is the first space level in the game, and one unique thing about the level is you now have an oxygen bar. Run out of air, and you die. You can replenish oxygen by collecting air bubbles or standing in an air booth. For the first red remote, take the bottom path from the start of the level. To the right of this first air booth, you'll see another platform. Jump to it, and an alien will appear. Jump on, and he'll take you to an area where you'll find the hidden remote. Since I suffered a few deaths, I was able to collect enough items for the second hidden remote. Now, when you come across the first air booth again, book a left and follow the path. You'll eventually find your way to the ship. Jump on top of the ship, and it will take you to the final area. Head straight ahead, trying to dodge the blast coming at you, and fall down the hole here. This is where you'll find the first red remote. Now, we have to enter the battle dome. Simply just follow the path straight ahead from the start of the level. You need to climb the purple energy tower here to ascend. There's a checkpoint here. Swipe it to mark your spot in case you die. In the final section here, jump across the rotating platforms, bouncing on your tail. You need to take out both the alien and little drone enemy for the red remote to appear. The next and final level for the day is Pangaea 90210. It is the first prehistoric level in the game. I actually really enjoyed this level. I was originally going to climb the volcano first, but when I came to this section here and saw the first red remote staring at me from afar, I jumped down and went to collect it. Ascending the volcano for the second red remote is actually pretty straightforward. Make your way around the volcano. When you have the opportunity to ascend and go higher, do so. At the end here, when you're at the top, the red remote is right behind these bones. Break them with your tail. Now, I just need the 2 hidden remotes. Once again, I need to refer to Longardia's video guide for one of them. When you come across this section here with the lava, ascend the volcano. At the top here, I went straight and I ate the red bug right here. It gives you temporal invincibility. I then came back and climbed up the mountain, taking the left split path. I jumped over here to kill the Triceratops. You can only attack it when it is purple, not angry, and red. Then, I fell down right here to find the section where the first hidden remote lies. I then proceeded to collect the rest of the items I needed to unlock the second hidden remote and grab the Chivo. That does it for day 2. We got 8 more achievements, putting us at a total of 18. We are a little over halfway through this set. Let's rest, maybe watch our favorite movie, and then come back to tackle day 3. As I start day 3, I'm looking for the next bonus game. After searching around, I found it here. You have to climb the wall here and make your way on top. Kinda hidden. The title of this bonus game is Lizard in the China Shop, and it is actually fairly easy, although it took me a few tries. We need to find 31 takeout boxes of food in 3 minutes. At the start of the level, Jump up here and collect the 3 on the roof here. I missed these on my first few attempts. Then, just ride the boat along the way. Get enough to collect more takeout until you get to the end of the level. It really is pretty easy. The next level is the second Looney Tunes theme level in the game. It is called Fine Tuning. I was going for Climb the Tree, but once again, I ended up finding the second red remote first. The level is pretty straightforward. Jump across to this area here. Destroy some dominoes coming at you. Jump up the hilltop here, trying to avoid the bowling balls coming down. You'll then come across this section where you have to jump across moving platforms. Practice patience with each jump until you make it to the end. When you've made it to this section, whack the TV for a checkpoint. Then, make your way here, wait for the block to vanish, and jump over to whack the bell. Now, down below, blocks will be coming in and out. Time your jumps to get across. In this next section, hit the bells to position the blocks and climb up. Now, you need to run and jump between these steel girders. Keep going until you make it to the top. When you make it here, hit the bell and jump down the hole. You'll return to a previous area where the checkpoint was. The ship you saw earlier is now free, and we can now board it. Once you are on, the ship takes you to the next section. Now, jump off of the ship and hit the bell to release the bridge. Once inside, whack a TV and eat a firebug. Light the fuse to the rocket and jump on. The rocket will take you to the red remote. Now, to climb the tree. Make it all the way back to where you hit the bell to release the ship. Just ignore that and continue along. Bounce on your tail to make it across these 3 blocks. Hit the bell next and jump on these blocks. This was a little tricky. Enter this door. Duck season is now in progress. Take out Elmer Fudd next and then bounce across this large rotating log. I then collect enough items for the hidden remote. Now just climb the tree at the end here to collect the red remote. Now, we just need that other hidden remote to finish the level. Once again, I refer to one of Longardia's videos for help. Use the same route to unlock the ship and ride it again. Once you drop the bridge down, go across, but instead of going inside, make a left and go around the castle. You'll find a hidden remote hanging around in the back. The next level is the second prehistoric level in the game, this old cave. Like with previous levels, I'm collecting these remotes out of order. The first one I happen to go for is bounce up the flowers. At the start of the level, head straight. When you make it to the lava here, climb along the wall and progress through the level. Next, you want to bounce off of the large flowers and land where the checkpoint TV is. This is the path you want to take for the third red remote. As you continue along, you'll come across a section with a lot of large flowers to bounce off of. You'll also have a blind jump here. It is tricky, but you can do it. After you pass this section, you only have to bounce off of one more large flower to reach the red remote. Next, we're going for the first red remote. Watch for falling lava. This is actually pretty easy to get to. When you make it to the end here, bounce on the second large flower. You then want to go to your left and take this path. This path will have you climb the walls and along the way, dodging the falling lava. At the end, you'll find the first red remote. Now, for the last red remote. Make your way back to where the checkpoint TV is. This time, jump down and take the bottom path. This will lead to the second red remote. After you climb up this portion, right before you enter the last part of the cave, look to your right. You'll see the hidden remote hiding in plain sight. I then collect the final red remote and exit the level. Now, all I need to do is collect the items for the other hidden remote. I enter the level, go around collecting items, and kill this guy for the final items I need. Next, I tackle another bonus game. This one is called Bugged Out. This level is a little different as it requires us to kill bugs to collect 70 radiation symbols. We are given only 2 minutes to do so. We have to swipe a gear in the center of the stage to get a bunch of bugs to appear. This took me a couple tries, but it wasn't too hard. The final level I tackled for today is Honey, I Shrunk the Gecko. I ended up doing this out of order and getting the second red remote first, the third one second, and the first one last. The level is actually linear, and there's only one set path until we reach the area with the checkpoint TV. From the checkpoint, bounce up to this platform here. Then activate the bridge and go across into the next room. In this room, you need to jump up and then jump to the rotating platform. You need to whack it with your tail and time it so that the platform moves forward. Climb the wall. jump to another rotating platform, and do what you just did with the first one and whack it with your tail. When you make it to the end, enter the next room. In this room, jump across once again and time your tail swipe and move on. In this room, climb up. Jump on more rotating platforms. Coming around the room, you'll find the red remote at the end here. For the next red remote, from the checkpoint, I end up taking the same path. When I make it to that last room again, I come back. I look right, jump and grab onto the wall and come around. I then continue to come around and make it to a room with a split path. Each path leads to a remote. I destroy a machine and collect enough items for the first hidden remote. I decided to take the right path first. After the elevator ride, you have to get on the ceiling. At the end, you find a door. In this last room, you have to activate 2 platforms and get them to move in place. You'll then be able to move up in the room and grab the remote. For that final remote, there's actually a shorter way to reach that split path. From the checkpoint room, charge up and then bounce off of one of these jump pads. Climb the wall and come around the room and you'll be right at the split path. This time, take a left. Once you make it to the last room, you have to charge up and bounce off of multiple jump pads. You'll find the red remote at the top. Now, I just need that final hidden remote to complete the level. I looked up Vanguardia's video guide once again. Man, I tell you, what would I do without his guide? The final hidden remote is right along the path going towards the first red remote. At the split path, take a left. After you use the jump pad, look behind you and come back. Jump on the wall. You'll end up on the ceiling. Come around to the end, and when you come up, you'll find the hidden remote. That does it for day 3 of Gecques. We got 5 more achievements, putting us at a total of 23. We have 9 left to go. Relax, watch your favorite TV show, and then come back for day 4. To open up day 4, we want to take down the 3rd boss. It is Gexzilla vs Mecharez. The setting is a city, and we are both giant. Mecharez has a pretty large life bar too. It takes me a few tries, but I eventually take him down. Now, we need to do it damageless. Mecharez has 2 main ways of attacking you. The first attack is a dash. Simply dodge him and then whack him with your tail. Next, he will hover and land on the building. Simply destroy the building, causing him to fall, and then whack him again. When he gets to about half life left, his dash attack becomes quicker. He also goes a farther distance. Just adjust to it and continue to hit him with your tail at the end of his dash. When he lands on the building, he attacks quicker with his lightning attack. To avoid it, walk around the building as you attack. Practice makes perfect. I took him down damageless for another Chivo. The next level we're going to tackle is the second space theme level in the game, Painting the Asteroids. For this level, the platforming gets pretty tricky. I ended up finding the hidden remote first. At the start of the level, hit the switch and move on straight ahead. Jump up platforms. Make a left, jump across this platform and on the falling platforms here. Next, climb up this tower. Take this platform up. Now, locate the alien in front of the portal. Take the portal and you'll find the hidden remote in the next area. Because I suffered multiple deaths, I was able to collect enough items for the other hidden remote. I ended up getting the second red remote first. To find it, head back to the area where you found the hidden remote behind the portal. This time, instead of going through the portal, jump on this platform that takes you up through a large glowing tube. Continue along the path before you, and then climb this large tower here. Jump across these moving platforms. Then, jump around this little moon, making sure to time your jumps to avoid the flames. Gather some air. This last platform section is tough. I died a few times, but I eventually did it. Now, here's the route to the first remote. Take the same path as before. Once you jump over these fallen platforms and make it to this air booth, come around and then go down this elevator. Make your way down to the bottom and then hit the switch to put the platforms in place. Move on ahead. Jump to the island to your left and hit the switch. Not sure if you need to or not. Now hit another switch. Move ahead. Hit another switch. Jump up some platforms. After you collect some air, you can crawl in this space here and come down to the bottom here. Jump onto this platform here and it will take you to the final section. You must now jump from platform to platform quickly as each one will start to fall. This was tough for me. I fell a few times. Once you make it up top here, you are home free. Take the final platform to your remote. For the final remote, we need to destroy 5 power cells. When you come across a large tower here, make your way around to the end, and right next to the elevator is the first power cell. Now, go down the elevator and you'll find the second one. Jump on the platform here and it will take you back to the top. Next, jump to the portal right where the alien is at. In the area where you found the hidden remote, you'll also find power cell number 3 and power cell number 4. Come back to the portal and make your way to your right. Jump on the moving platform. Once here, jump on the platform right to your left. The last power cell is right up here. A platform moves in place, allowing you free access to the third red remote. Now, it's time to tackle that last bonus game in the game. It is called Chips and Dips, and it is pretty straightforward. You have to find 50 batteries within a 3-minute time period. One nice thing I got to mention, there are more than 50 batteries in the level. If you miss a couple, it won't hurt you. 3 tries and I collected 50 batteries and grabbed that gold remote. The last level we are going to do for today is the second level based on the Kung Fu Theater theme. The title? Samurai Night Fever. We end up going for the second red remote first. We need to ride the swinging platforms. At the start of the level, go straight ahead and make your way behind the building. Climb the wall and you'll find a gong. Whack it to open the door. On this path, you'll jump on various moving platforms and dodge swinging axes. You'll eventually come to the swinging platforms you need to jump to. The first one taking you to a roof. Due to dying repeatedly, I was able to collect enough items for a hidden remote. I make it to the end of the level, whack a gong, and collect the red remote. For the next red remote, we need to navigate the Great Spinner. From the start of the level, head right behind you and over the bridge. You'll come across ninjas and jump over lava pits. Right here, you can whack a gong and raise a block that lets you reach a bug in the TV for an extra life. Next, climb a wall. Cross a bridge to hit a gong and open the door. Go through the door. Super jump your way to the next section and take out the flaming head. In the next area, you'll need to jump to the spinning platform. Hit another gong to lower a ramp. Descend an elevator. Hit this gong. Climb a ramp. Kill this enemy before jumping to another spinning platform. This will finally take you to the red remote behind a gong. For the third remote, we need to climb the towering temple. From the start of the level, go right and enter through the doorway here. This will take you to the final remote. You'll need to jump across swinging platforms and avoid swinging axes. This platform right here will take us to the tower we need to ascend. Climbing the tower is actually pretty easy. You'll find the third remote on the roof of the tower at the end. Now, all we need to do is collect that second hidden remote to finish the level. I looked at Longardia's video for this. His guides have been such a lifesaver. At the start of the level, head behind you and over the bridge, heading towards the first red remote. When you make it to the area with a gong that reveals a block for the 1-up, head to the cliff here. You need to jump off and land on the wall. Inside is the hidden remote. That does it for day 4. We got 5 more achievements, and we've been making slow and steady progress. With only 4 left to go, let's kick our feet up, enjoy a relaxing soda pop, and come back for day 5. As I get ready to take on the final day for the set, we only have 1 level left to tackle before the final boss. The name of the level? No Weddings and a Funeral. The level only has 1 red remote and 2 hidden remotes. It is actually pretty easy and straightforward. To make up for that though, it has the best music in the game. In the first room, jump on the speaker platform and wait for the other one to get into place. Jump to the next one and repeat until you enter the next room. In the next room, it is disco time. Jump on the right boxes in the right order to turn them blue. If you get one wrong, the mirror in front of you will give you the correct answer. Finish the puzzle and continue to the next room. In this room here, simply make your way to the top. It is pretty straightforward. When you get to this section here with the speaker platforms, make your way to your right. There is a hidden remote hanging out over there. Now, just proceed to the top of the room and enter the door to the next area. In this 4th room, we need to solve another disco light box puzzle. Solve it and move on. In this next room, you need to whip this gear to get this platform to rise out of the static so you can safely jump across. You also have to watch for these fans that are blowing air. Wait for them to stop to safely pass. The rest of the room is pretty easy. This next room has a checkpoint TV. it is a good idea to whack it. The platforming in this room can be tricky, with tilted platforms and spinning rollers. Take your time as you make your way across. In this next room, there are conveyor belts. We have to be careful when we jump on them. I was able to collect enough items here for the other hidden remote, right next to the exit door. This next room is the final room. I made my way to the end, collected the final red remote, and completed the level for the achievement. Now, I just have the boss to take down, Rez. Rez has 2 phases. It took me a few tries, but I eventually beat him. I got 2 achievements, one for defeating Rez, and one for beating the game with all remotes collected. Now, we just need one more achievement to master the game. We need to beat Rez without taking a hit. I'll break down the 2 phases right here. As we enter the level, jump on the platform here. It will take us to the top. We then need to jump to this green portal to start the fight. In phase 1, right at the start, Rez will dash at you. Move out of the way, and after he hits the wall, whack him with your tail. This will knock him into the electric barrier in the center of the stage. After that, he will enter a first-person view, and you are in his crosshairs. Either run or jump and bounce to try and avoid the missiles he shoots. The camera can work against you here. Hitting him 3 times ends phase 1. In phase 2, Rez is large and is now in the center of the stage. He starts out by doing a large sweep with his arm. Simply jump over to avoid it. Next, he'll shoot laser eyes. The goal is to run to the green tower, stand on it, and then move off right as he's about to slam you with his hand. He'll hit the green tower, triggering a large TV that lands on his head. For the next 2 attacks, he'll do 2 and 3 large swipes with his arms, respectively. Simply time your jumps to avoid it. You also have to be quicker for the last hit, as the green tower only stays up for a short time. Miss the window, and Rez will restart with the arm swipe attacks. You have to get a little lucky with where the green tower will spawn. After a few tries, I beat Rez without taking a hit, unlocked the final achievement, and mastered the game. Gecques 64. Into the Gecko is one of my favorite 3D platformers from the PlayStation 1/Nintendo 64 era. Like a lot of early 3D games, it does suffer from a poor camera, but you kinda get used to it and adjust as you play. This set was pretty straightforward, essentially just requiring 100% completion with damageless boss fights thrown in for an added challenge. You also have Gecques' one-liners to listen to, which I enjoy, but they can get old if you hear them once too many times. Overall, if you like 3D platformers, I'd give this one a shot. If you enjoyed this video and would like to support me, please consider dropping a like, subscribing to the channel, or leaving a comment on the video. It would be greatly appreciated. What game are we playing next? You'll just have to tune in and find out. Well, thanks for watching, God bless, and have a wonderful day.